Alternative energy, wave and tidal energy. With Chris Powicki.
I'm Chris Powicki, and I am principal of Water, Energy, and Ecology Information Services, an energy consulting firm. And then I'm also a participant in the Cape and Islands Renewable Energy Collaborative.
Why is alternative energy needed on Cape Cod?
Out on the Cape Cod National Seashore, further out on the Cape, we actually have the worst air quality in Massachusetts. We are surrounded by water, and so we have a great wind resource, and we also have a decent solar resource, and we have wave and tidal energy resources.
What is wave and tidal energy?
Both wave and tidal energy, the systems are designed to capture the kinetic energy of water in motion. Tidal energy harnesses the incoming flow of water and then the outgoing flow of water as we have diurnal tides, twice daily tides.
What do wave and tidal energy machines look like?
Most emerging tidal energy technologies do look like wind turbines. There are 3 blades, and as the water flows, they just spin kind of like a fan does, but instead of an electric fan does, but instead of using electricity like an electric fan, they generate electricity. Wave energy systems, the names tell you a lot. There's the sea snake, and that's literally a big metal snake that, as the wave passes through this device, the different segments of the snake move, and that compresses an area and releases an area, and that hydraulic fluid is used to drive a pump to convert it into electricity.
Where are they located, and where will they be located on Cape Cod?
When people come onto Cape, they cross the Cape Cod Canal, and the waters coursing through the canal are the greatest tidal energy resource in Massachusetts and one of the best in the country. Unfortunately, we cannot tap that energy resource because the Army Corps of Engineers manages the Cape Cod Canal. But there are other potentially viable tidal energy sites in this region. We produced this map as part of the CI Go Green campaign, and it shows a couple of sites where there may be viable tidal energy resources. A company is looking at a tidal energy project between the Elizabeth Islands and Martha's Vineyard here, and then another company has filed permits for a tidal energy project here in Muskegon Channel, and there the tidal resource is potentially a good one because the water comes in and flows out of Nantucket Sound. Wave energy also is harnessing the energy of water in motion. There are literally more than 1,000 technologies, patents for wave energy devices. Not a single one yet has been commercialized.
What are the positives of wave and tidal energy?
And one great positive for all renewable energy systems is that they don't rely on fossil fuels. So it's not relying on a finite resource, and it's not relying on a resource where in some cases we have to go to the Middle East and battle for this resource. And then finally, you don't have to burn fossil fuels, and so you're not producing something that's going to change our climate. One thing that could really help the economics of tidal and wave energy systems is that water is a much denser material than air, and so a wind turbine, and we see a lot of wind turbines being used in the United States and around the world, to get those blades spinning, it's just air that's spinning them. To get a tidal energy system or a wave energy system to generate energy, you're using a much denser fluid, so the water does not have to be moving as fast, and the end result is you can use a smaller system to harness more energy. Another advantage is that these technologies are either underwater or at the water surface, so you can't see them.
What are the negatives of wave and tidal energy?
they are expensive, and we don't know how they might impact the environment. One of the concerns about both of these, especially tidal energy systems, is that will it impact fish? Will marine mammals have a problem with these systems? Will fisheries, fishing boats, be allowed to continue fishing in areas where there are tidal energy systems? With wave energy systems, same thing. Are you going to have exclusion zones where you can't fish?
Will these resources be ultimately viable in the energy field?
Wave energy ultimately has more potential than tidal, but the technology is not really well developed. There's a lot of uncertainty about its environmental impacts. Over the longer term, it could be viable, but I think in the near term, wind energy is probably our best bet.
In conclusion,
we have enough wave, tidal, and wind energy to generate far more electricity than we could ever use here on Cape Cod. The question is, are local people and the state of Massachusetts going to support that?